Alright, so this time we'll be going into the cog again, right? So now we're going to do some small change. We'll make some small change to the system maybe every video, right? And maybe I'll work on more like big changes to the system later, but we'll work on small things right now. Let's say we want our window color to be something more unique, right? I'm going to make mine be maybe sort of rather, odd color. Let's see what we can create. Well, we can make it, a bright pink right now. Or we'll just make it white, right? We'll make it white. We'll make it black. You can just mess with these for a while until you get your desired result. Now, that's out of the way. We're gonna make a town. We're gonna make one of these towns, or just this big town. And we'll even make a way to get into the town. So I'm going to right-click on this map I made earlier and click New. Now we're going to name this place Town. Town 01, let's say. We'll set the display name to Travelerville. So we'll make the tile set to outside. Let's set the width and height to 30 by 30. This will give us a bigger map. So let's go to autoplay BGM and we'll set the volume down to 5 so I don't blow your eardrums out. Alright, so Town 1. It's nice. Yes, we'll go with Town 2. So now that, this is done, we will now go to Town 2. So Town 2 is a submap of Overworld. Submaps are maps that are linked and in the same kind of general area. So if I were to delete Overworld 1, it would delete anything in it, and it's also just easier for organizing things. So Town 1 is in the sub area of Overworld 1. So Town 1's just nothing but this huge mess right now. It's just nothing but some black. So we're going to use this tool of the brush, and we'll select the grass, and we'll just click, and it will immediately change anything. We can change this town to be whatever we want. Right now, I will just be using this. Also, I feel this town should be much smaller than it is, so we'll make changes to that. We'll right-click and edit, and maybe this town will be 20 by 20 instead. Right? That's a little more reasonable in size. Okay, so now let's make some outer walls to this town, right? Let's go with maybe these. What can we use? What can we use for outer walls? We can go through B. Maybe there already is some outer walls. Again, as I've said, I've never really used the default assets. Let's see all that we have. We have A, B, and C. Let's see, A. Alright, so we'll go with this fence, right? So we'll click and drag. We'll redo the size of this map again. I'm sorry about that. So the height will be 20, which is a pretty decent height. You usually want to make a town wider. So we'll set it to 25 and have the height only be, So let's say you made a mistake while editing or making your map, right? Let's say you made a mistake and it's like, oh no, I need to undo this. So, well, as a demonstrate, oh no, I accidentally placed all this stuff. So what you're going to want to do is go to your keyboard and hold Control and then hit V, and it will undo what you did. You can do it again and it will undo that. Yeah, it will undo everything like a normal undo, on your computer. Just remember that in case you make any mistakes. It's okay to make mistakes, you can always fix them. So let's create, some shops. This will be, we'll make this a little smaller. This will be the blacksmith. And, we need a tavern to stay at. So this will be the tavern. Alright. That's pretty good. Now, these buildings are just, empty, soulless husks. Alright. But, they're empty, soulless husks, but we will add more to them soon. Don't worry about that. They look like this now, but they'll have more to them later. So now we're going to create a little, a shack. Maybe we'll use this for a side quest later, right? Alright, so now we're gonna also need a general store. So what should I use for the general store? Maybe I'll use this. Yeah, that seems pretty nice for a general store. We'll use these, and we have a basic kind of town going on right now. So now we're going to make some pathways. Now, I generally recommend using a layout kind of like this for now, at least. For now, at least. We'll make sure to, I can't place that there. Oh noes. So we're going to use the bottom of these trees, only the bottom, and we're going to place these pieces like so, right? You're going to want to use this bottom of this tree right here, and then you're going to want to use this part to fill in this area and make it look like the trees are overlapping when they really are doing complete jack shit. And now you're going to want to use these, and we're going to use this, and boom, now we have a kind of a forest, some trees around this map. So now you're going to want to use this pin, and this creates shadows. So we're going to use these shadows, and we're going to place them right here to add a little bit of polish to our map. Because generally, when making a map in an RPG, you're going to want to, just have polish and things like this. We'll place we'll go back to this. Make sure to go back to your pencil tool, because whenever you're in here, whenever you're in shadow mode, you can't place things on the map. So always make sure you switch back. We're going to place a few rocks. We're going to have this, next to the general store, and, Alright, now let's go back to the pathway. So we're going to have the path go around here, go up here. We're going to make it, we're going to shorten the path right there, and we're going to make the path go about like that, and then there, and then we'll get rid of that rock, and then we'll place, some things like that. Alright, so now we're going to want to add a little more decoration to this town. It's pretty empty, so we'll place some trees, It's nice to have, like, scenery. And then we'll place a sign. This is the inn, this is the blacksmith, and this is the inn and tavern. We'll have the alcohol sign too, and we'll just say we'll just use this sign for the general store.